Papa Squad, come on at ya. We've got something from 1986. This is finally the Beastie Boys, Paul Revere, off of License to Ill. This album was everywhere. This was... Even now I look back on it and I don't react well to this cover. Like, the Fight for Your Right to Party, whatever that song was called, was such a huge turnoff for me. It was so not a song I liked. It was like the song all the jock assholes liked in high school. And so I hated it. I hated it. And I had no interest ever in listening to this album. I am sure I have heard the song Paul Revere. I am now a Beastie Boys fan. I get it. They're actually talented. When this song came out, I was like, oh, these are just a bunch of assholes looking to cash in. And even as a white kid in small town Wisconsin, I was like, these are white boys ripping off black people to sell records. I don't think that anymore, necessarily. But man, Fight for Your Right, ugh, I still don't like that song. I really don't like that song. This, however, I can't even tell you what this song is. Paul Revere is the name of it. I'm sure I have heard this, and I will probably recognize it as soon as it starts, but I can't tell you what this song is. Like, I have absolutely no clue. That tells you how much I have avoided this album my entire life. I just don't know it. So this was released in 1986. It was on License to Ill. The song helped make the Beastie Boys. It's the tale of how they got acquainted. The title is a little misleading. It has nothing to do with the American figure Paul Revere. That's just the name of Ad Rock's horse, a reference to the song Fugue for Tin Horns, the opening number of Guys and Dolls. I got a horse right here. The name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says the weather's clear, can do, can do. This guy says the horse can't do. Reportedly, the inspiration for the song came when the Beastie Boys were waiting outside a recording studio for Run DMC, and Joseph Simmons, aka Run, came booking down the street, booking. Wow, I haven't heard that piece of slang either. Booking means moving really quickly. Does anyone use that anymore? That is absolutely an 80s term. Booking down the street, screaming incoherently. When he reached the Beastie Boys, he said, "Here's a little story I got to tell." And from there, the two groups collaborated on the lyrics. It's produced by Rick Rubin and is remarkable for the 808 drum beat played in reverse. That's interesting. The backwards 808, if I think about it right, I'm not going to read all that. The track was co-produced by Beastie Boys, engineered by Steve Ett, and mastered by Howie Weinberg. Beastie Mania reports that Paul Revere has been performed in 105 known concerts. Jesus Christ, who keeps track of that? Boy, those the starting lyrics sound familiar. That here's a tale, whatever Run came up and told them. So this is... they've got a different album here that they're pulling this off of. This is listed as rap, hip-hop, and East Coast rap. Totally makes sense. And like I said, I don't know what this song is until it starts, and then I'm sure I will recognize it. A little bit more. I started this channel to go back and listen to music from the 1980s, 70s, 80s, work my way forward, 90s, and at some point a bunch of hip-hop and rap fans discovered my channel and started sending me stuff to listen to that was more modern, and the channel shifted focus to give people what they wanted. So people sent me more recent stuff, so I react to more recent stuff most of the time, but I go back once a week and do one of these songs from the 1980s. I'm doing this chronologically, working through some lists that I found on rateyourmusic.com about the most popular songs of the 1980s. And this is the next one, Paul Revere from Beastie Boys. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please go watch another video on the channel. CashApp, PayPal, and Patreon is over here in the description of the video. Also, I'll put a link down below. If you're here just for the Beastie Boys, here for 1980s stuff, I'll put a link down below to a playlist that I put together at the end of January of 2025. I do one at the end of every month, and it includes a bunch of stuff that I've reacted to here on the channel that are favorites of mine. Most of them are new-ish. Never heard them before myself, and if you want to see the sort of stuff I listen to usually, go check out that list. Let's do this. 3 minutes 40 seconds. Paul Revere from Beastie Boys.
Now, here's a little story I got to tell about three bad.
So I know this song, right? And this is a song I actually like, because of that backwards playing loop in the background. I have always been a fan of that. I absolutely love it. It gives it this really cool, like, weird insect kind of feel to the beat, to the music. I absolutely love it. Man, Ad Rock's voice can be really obnoxious. That was another thing that kind of drove me a little bit crazy back in the 80s. I was like, why would you want to listen to this? Now I listen to it and I'm like, oh, I get what he's doing. Like, he's trying to stand out. He's trying, like, I get it. Man, in the 80s, I did not get it.
Brothers, you know so well.
I gotta back this up all the way because it sounds so cool when that backwards sound, and I can't even do it.
Now, here's a little story I got to tell about three bad brothers you know so well. It started way back in history with that Rob and me. Mike D. Been had a little horsey named Paul Revere. Just me and my horsey in a quart of beer. Riding across the land, kicking up sand. Sheriff's watches on my tail cause I'm in demand. One lonely Beastie IP. All by myself without...
I just absolutely love that backwards beat. It's just the coolest. Probably one of the coolest beats ever created.
Nobody. The sun is beating down on my baseball hat. The air is getting hot. The beer is getting flat. Looking for a girl. I ran into a guy. His name is MCA. I said howdy. He said hi.
Love it.
He told a little story that sounded well rehearsed. 4 days on the run and that he's dying of thirst. The brew was in my hand and he was on my tip. His voice was hoarse, his throat was dry. He asked me for a sip. He said, can I get some? I said, you can't get none. Had a chance to run. Pulled out a shotgun. Quick on the draw. I thought I'd be dead. He put the gun to my head and this is what he said.
Now my name is MCA. I got a license to kill. I think you know what time it is. It's time to get ill. Now what do we have here? And I oil in this beer. I run this lane. You understand? I've made myself clear.
We stepped into the wind. He had a gun and had a grin. You think the story's over, but it's ready to begin.
Well, I got the gun. You got the brew. You got two choices of what you can do. It's not a tough decision as you can see. I can blow you away and you can ride with me.
I said I'll ride with you if you can get me to the border. The sheriff's after me for what I did to his daughter. I did it like this, I did it like that. I did it with the wiffle ball bat. So I'm on the run. The cop got my gun. And right about
I like that little transition there too. That was pretty good.
the run, the cop got my gun.
I didn't go back far enough.
I did it like this, I did it like that. I did it with the wiffle ball bat. So I'm on the run. The cop got my gun. And right about now it's time to have some fun. The king had rock, that is my name. And I know the fly spot where they got the champagne. We rode for 6 hours, then we hit the spot. The beat was a bumping and the girlies was hot. This dude was staring like he knows who we are. We took the empty spot next to him at the bar. MCA
Yeah,
said,
yo, you know this kid?
I said I didn't, but I know he did.
The kid said,
Get ready, cause this ain't funny. My name's Mike D and I'm about to get money. Pulled out the jammy, aimed it at the sky.
He yelled, "Dig 'em up!" and let two fly. Hands went up and people hit the floor. He wasted 2 kids that ran for the door.
I'm Mike D and I get respect. Your cash and your jewelry is what I expect.
MCA was with it, and he's my ace. So I grabbed a piano player and I punched him in the face. Piano player's out, the music stopped. His boy had beef and he got dropped.
Mike didn't grab the money.
MCA snaps the goal.
I grabbed 2 girlies and a beer that's cold.
I love that music. That just is like probably one of the coolest things I've ever heard. I think I said that earlier. I absolutely love the music. The story is whatever. It's a silly, goofy story. Um, I like what they do. My favorite songs by them. It's usually pretty hard for me to pick out favorites, but my favorite songs by them are. I think it's called. I call it "What You Want." That might be what it's called, right? "What You Want" by the Beastie Boys. So What You Want. That's what it's called. So What You Want. Absolutely love that song. Oh my god. And it was huge when it came out, right? Like I remember watching this on MTV. That's where they used to play music. And oh my god. Yeah, 1992. So I would have been the year I graduated college. Love that song. And then Intergalactic is the other one that I love by them. And a lot of that is certainly because of the video, which I just think is amazingly cool. Just amazingly cool. Love those two songs. Love them, love them, love them. There are probably other songs that I really like by them too, but these two, those are the Beastie Boys tracks that I want to listen to, like over and over and over and over and over. Love those songs. Absolutely fantastic. This one I also really like. I'm going to have to download it just to hear that. Oh, coolest thing ever. That's just amazingly cool. So good. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So let's look at a License to Ill. Oh, I can't even look at that? Oh, come on. License to Ill. License to 3. That's kind of what it looks like. License to 3. Let's see. Yeah, 97% like this album. Oh, God, it was huge. It was inescapable. And I was, let's see, 1985, 1986, I was 15 to 16 years old. Yep. So I would have turned 16 in the summer of 1985. And that's when it was recorded. So it was released in 86. So yeah, I was 16 years old. In November 15th. Yep, November 15th, so it would have been fall of my senior year of high school. Yeah, that's right. Fall of my senior year of high school, because the spring of my senior year of high school would have been when I graduated. Studio Chungking, New York City, Def Jam. Here we go. Is it only 7 singles? 7 singles off of that album. So that tells you how popular this album was. That's 7 of the tracks on the album that had 13 tracks were released as singles. It's huge. That's so many. Fight for Your Right. Oh my god, that thing was inescapable. Girls. I also did really like Girls. And because it has a really funky, weird sound, right? Brass Monkey. Love that song. Again, also because it sounds completely weird and different and unique and cool. Those 2 songs off of here, I loved. Paul Revere, I don't know if I really heard that very much at the time. Was Paul Revere one of the singles? Yeah, it was. The second single. But yes, it came out before. So the first single was Hold It Now, Hit It. I don't know that at all. Paul Revere, The New Style, You Gotta Fight for Your Right was number 4, and that's when they just went huge. No Sleep Till Brooklyn. That one's okay. Doesn't do anything for me. I'm not from New York, so. Yeah, this album was everywhere in this fall of 1986 and the spring of 1987. Like everywhere. It was huge. Huger than anything that I can't even tell you. I don't know. Taylor Swift, huge. That was fun. I totally forgot this song existed. And I really liked it, so I'm going to go download it. It's going on my favorites. Pop Squat. Check it out. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please go watch another video on the channel. CashApp, PayPal, and Patreon are over here in the description of the video, as is that playlist that I mentioned. You should go listen to that. I hope you enjoy it. I'm so tired. Have yourself a good day. Bye bye.